Monday, or how you doing whenever you watch this video if you don't watch it on Monday. But today is presently Monday, and it is afternoon, early afternoon. What is it, August 3rd. So welcome to my nursery. Welcome back for those of you who are new here. Did I say that right? Welcome if you're new, and welcome back for those of you who aren't new. If I didn't say it right. So today we're gonna do a drinking wet feeding with this little girl. She hasn't been on in like a month. She's been in this romper for about 1 month at this point. I think I put it on her last month for her birthday. And her birthday with me, her 8th year with me, was last month on July 6th. So I'm pretty sure at this point she's been wearing this romper for a good month. So I figured it's definitely time for some Layla time. Layla and mommy time, because I have not done a video with her in a month. So I definitely wanted to feed her. We're gonna use her same elephant bottle. It has about 6 ounces in there, maybe 5.5, but I don't think I'm gonna give her all of this water, just a little bit. Let's see, can we get this in her mouth without me having to lay her down to put it in her mouth. I did put some KY lubricant on it, so it went in fairly easily, and she's just having some distilled bottled drinking water. That's what I usually give her, and that's all I've ever given her. And she is usually thirsty by the time I feed her again, because she does not get fed too regularly. She gets fed every now and again, and usually when I feed her, she's so thirsty. She acts like she's thirsty. Like she just gobbles down her bottle, because mommy has been a bad mommy and have not did a drinking wet feeding with her since last month. So this baby, if you're new to my channel, she is Dwayne Awake by Clear Taylor Dolls. And she's an Edition doll, all done by Clear Taylor Dolls from start to finish. And she is a drinking wet. She is drinking her bottle. If you guys can see those bubbles coming up, she's definitely drinking. You can see the bubbles really well. So yeah, she has a drinking wet. She is number 4 in an edition of 5 Awake Dwaynes, and she is definitely my dream baby girl, still my dream baby girl after all these years. Right, Layla? Say, I'm still number 1. I think I'm feeding her too fast, because I just felt something drip all the way down to my leg. Am I feeding you too quickly? Faster than you can swallow? So her drinking wet system works really well. She usually drinks her bottles. Only once I remember I had an issue with her drinking wet. It's been years ago now. It was when I used to use the KY lubricant jelly in the tube that you squeeze. That one is a little thicker, the gel, and if you keep putting it on your silicone dolls, pacifiers, and bottle nipples, sometimes the gel one will cake up in their mouth and get thick. So every now and then when I would use that one, you have to clean the doll's mouth out. You have to take a Q-tip and wet it and kind of swab their mouth out, or a washcloth, or whatever you can get in there and clean their mouth out. You can even give them plain water, warm the water a little bit not hot but warm, and you can like wash their mouth out with that. You can also do alcohol cleanses every now and then, where you take the warm water in the bottle and add a little alcohol to it. Not a lot, just a little bit. I usually put less than a cap full of alcohol if I'm going to do an alcohol cleanse. That will clean their mouth out, and also their tubing. Because what would happen is, I found that one time I was feeding her and she wasn't drinking the water. She wasn't able to swallow the water. The water just kept running back out of her mouth the whole time I was feeding her. She wasn't getting it. So what I found when I went to check her diaper, the water wasn't coming down. It wasn't coming out. And when I looked, you can see the little hole where the tubing is. But the way Clear Taylor does it, you can't see the tubing. You'll just see a little opening down in their private area. And it looks very natural though. You don't see the tube. But what I did, I had to insert, like I took one of the cable ties and inserted it in the little hole, and it kind of cleared, it pulled the gel, the lubricant gel out. So that's when I knew, okay, the lubricant, some of it got in the tubing and it wasn't moving. It was just sitting there blocking the water from coming out. So ever since then, I think that's when I first decided to buy the KY liquid lubricant. That one doesn't cake up in their mouth. It's liquidy, and I haven't had that problem ever again since then. But if you find that anything is caking up in your drinking wet doll, just clean their mouth out with either a Q-tip wet or a washcloth wet or a warm bottle of water, or a warm bottle of water with a little bit of alcohol. If you think your baby's paint on their tushy, make sure it's good. It's on there good, and you can give them, alcohol in their water if it won't affect their paint. Now with Layla, nothing affects her paint. She's painted very well, thankfully. Like, she's had numerous bottle water feedings and water with alcohol every now and then. I'll put alcohol, and so far she's good. She hasn't had any issues when I, feed her. Her paint is still all intact. Even her matting, like everything is still intact after 8 years. I must say, Clear Taylor dolls are absolutely just worth what you pay for them, because they actually do hold up all, over all that time. Okay, so she drank that much of the water. Is down there now. It's on 2 ounces. So she had about 3.5 ounces. And that is all mommy is going to give her. And I think she drank very well. I only felt one time she dribbled on me a little bit. So she should be good and full. And then I also always burp my drinking wet baby. When they drink and you burp them, it definitely helps the water to go down to their diaper. Sometimes Layla has burped also. She'll like let air out. I guess air be in the tubing, and she'll actually burp. You can see right there where she dribbled that little circle of water. But that was about all she dribbled. I think she got it all. I think she got all of her water, right, Layla? You was hungry again because mommy didn't feed you in a month. That sounds so crazy. You didn't eat in a whole month. So anyway, what else did I want to talk about in this video? I don't know if I said please subscribe and click your notification bell. And everyone, please give the video a like. Also, I wanted to give a shout out to all of my new subscribers. I've had a lot of new subscribers in the past month. I can't believe how many in the past month. I want to say I got at least 200 new subscribers in this past month. Thank you to all of you who stopped by and you decided to hit that subscribe button. Thank you for joining my channel, supporting my channel. Thank you very much. And thank you to all of my subscribers who have been around for a while. Thank you for all of you who still are watching. I really appreciate all of you. Also, thank you. A shout out to my sis Shelly Clay. She gave me a super thanks over this past weekend, and I really appreciate any support to my channel, from your views, you clicking the like button, the hype button, sharing my videos. And I definitely also appreciate every now and again when someone decides to give me a super thanks. I really appreciate that. All of that helps me to continue putting up videos, continue having content for you guys. It helps to, the channel creator to continue creating when you guys support the channel. So I really appreciate that super thanks, because she didn't have to do that. The super thanks, if you are not aware, I hardly mention the super thanks. And I don't know if I said also hype in the video. That's helpful as well. The super thanks is that little heart under the videos, and you can click it and it has a little dollar sign in that little heart. And that is a super thanks. And a super thanks can be anything that you want to contribute, even if it's like $1. I think the minimal amount is $1 that you can contribute. I'm trying to see if I had something to prop her head up a little bit, because I have her in my Jacadi today, but it looks like her head is low, and I did not bring no blanket over here or anything. And I bought a new cover for my Jacadi again. About a month ago, I bought the cream colored cover, and that one fit, but it was not a name brand. It was a universal fit in it, or a brand, and it said it would fit the Snuggle Me, not the Jacadi. The other one I bought is a cream color. And let me see if I have it right over here. Maybe I could use that to prop up her head. Okay, so I just took it off right before the video. And this is the other one I bought, the cream color one. I really like this color, neutral color. But this one is a universal brand, as they said. See if I could use it to kind of prop her up like that. And it fit the Jacadi, because this is a Jacadi, not a Snuggle Me. But it was so tight. Now, this one I ordered, this pretty copper color, another color. I really love this color. But this one is actually a Snuggle Me brand. And I could see this one is way bigger, and it fit the Jacadi also. It fit way better. It was easier to put it on the Jacadi and everything. And I think Jacadi makes their own extra covers too. It's just for some reason I keep running into the Snuggle Me covers, and I ended up seeing this color, so I got it. But I have to look and see how the Jacadi covers are made, because maybe I need to just get a Jacadi cover and it'll definitely fit, because it's made for the actual Jacadi. And guess what I just did, you guys? Do you see she is wearing a cloth nappy, and I did a drinking wet feeding. I've never done that before. I usually check first, change the diaper into a disposable, and I do not usually let them wet these. I mean, they can wet them, they for wetting, but I don't usually like let them wet these. So now I'm gonna have to hang it up for it to dry. But thankfully it was only water and not milk, because she only gets water, so it should be fine. It'll just dry. I'll just hang it up. I'm gonna switch her now to this cloth one, which is her Grovia. She has two of them. This one is like a light pink, and then she has another Grovia that's more of a like rose blushy color pink. They are slightly different from each other. And see, this one wet her. I don't know if you guys can see that. You see that little wet spot? Because I guess the disposable diapers hold more wetness than the cloth nappy, because usually on her disposables she doesn't usually have any leaks unless I use like a tiny newborn one. and then it's not big enough to hold all the water I give her, then the disposables might leak. But usually she doesn't leak with the disposable diapers. But this is the first time I fed her in the cloth nappy and it leaked. So that tells you if you was using these for a real baby. I never put these on my real babies, the cloth nappies. I guess they're not as absorbent as disposable diapers, I'm thinking. Because that little 3.5 ounces shouldn't have leaked. But if you could tell how heavy this is, she soaked it up. So I'm going to have to wring it out and then hang it up or put it in the dryer. I might put it in the dryer. It probably will dry quicker if I put it in the dryer. So I'm going to take this Jacadi sleeper off. She got her wear out of it. And I actually am going to put her in another Jacadi. Did I say sleeper? Romper. I'm going to put her in another romper from Jacadi that I got for her a couple of weeks ago. Because as I was saying, I was looking for more Jacadi rompers to collect for her. Because out of all of my Jacadi clothes that I've had over the years, I've gotten rid of most of it. And so now I was recollecting and looking for Jacadi outfits for this baby. Right now, mainly I was looking for rompers this summer. And here it is, we're into August. And so I'm gonna put this romper I got for her like a week or two ago, about 2 weeks ago. And I was intended to put it on her before now. I intended to, but the month just flew by so fast, July. So we just getting to put the next one on her. This is even a little damp, so it needs to hang up too. So I got this one for her. So we're gonna try this one on her now. And see how this fits. So this one is like more of a summery Liberty print. And again, I have to get up because this has tags on it. It's brand new, but I didn't buy it off the Jacadi website. I ordered it from someone else, but I guess they didn't use it. It is brand new with the tags on. And it's called, this is the Liberty print, and it is like pink. It has like a light pink, it's white, a neon orange on there, and like a light blue and a darker blue. And I've never seen Jacadi with neon on it. So this is the first one I've had with neon colors on it. And then it has the double ruffle in the back. And it is a romper with the straps. It buttons inside in the back of it. It has buttons. And what size is this? I got her 3 months again in this one. Also, the last one she just took off also was 3 months. Before, I used to only get her 1 month size, but I find in some of their stuff, it runs small. And I prefer a 3 months. And I think I prefer the rompers in 3 month size. And then I'm going to put this white bodysuit under it. It is also a Jacadi. It is also 3 months. And it has the scallop edge collar. And it snaps in the back. So we gonna put this on underneath the romper. And what was it I said I didn't bring over here? A scissor. Let me go get the scissor to clip those tags. Because usually I would do that beforehand, but I didn't open it until now. And they tags don't just pop off. You can't pop these tags off most of the time. The way they have it on there, you have to cut them off. So, anyway, that's 2 times I had to get up in this video. But luckily, the stuff I needed is right here in the room with me. and I didn't have to like pause the video or anything to go get anything. But yes, it's a Monday video, and I guess I got to get back into the swing of things. But usually every video there's something I forget. I don't care how much I prepare for the video, I forget something. So this is white on the inside. It's lined with white. We're going to just slide this up on her. So this baby, if you're just seeing her for the first time, has the squishy tummy feature. You can see as I'm squishing her. I feel like she's kind of far back from you guys. So I hope you can see her. I will hold her up closer to the camera when she's dressed. Also, if you want to see the babies again when they're fully dressed, and like sometimes I might change something or add something to their outfit, and when I'm taking their pictures afterwards, you can check us out on Instagram where all their photos are posted. My Instagram link is always under my videos in the description if you want to go over and follow us on Instagram. So this baby also has a spine in her little back that you actually can feel in there like a real spine. And she's poured all in one piece. As you can see, her neck and everything is all attached. She has little shoulder blades and all of that good stuff. And I love her silicone, absolutely silicone like I've never felt. This baby has, I don't know what's different, what Clear Tailor does, but you see how that silicone wrinkles when I bend her like skin. She's just absolutely amazing, and all of her dolls have underarms, if you can see that, armpits. So it helps when you're lifting their arms that you don't tear their silicone, because it actually has a little flexibility because it's an armpit there. It's not like my first silicone I had years ago, say back in 2015 was my first full body silicone. And I joined this hobby in 2013. So the first full body silicone I had was from a rather new artist. And I was new to collecting, learning about the dolls at the time. And so my first doll I got, she didn't have armpits. So you had to be real careful if you lift her arms up, because they were basically just kind of attached with a little slit there, separating the arm from the rest of the body. So you couldn't just like lift her arms, because you could easily tear her silicone if you lift her arms too much. So I quickly learned about armpits, when a silicone doll has armpits and when they don't. It does matter. It does matter. It's amazing as you keep collecting how much you learn about the dolls, especially these silicone dolls, and also about like what you like and what you don't like in your dolls. And also when you start looking for the next doll, after say you've gotten one and you figured out stuff that you would have liked that doll to have, or certain things you didn't like that the doll had going on. So when you get that next one, you know, or you have to check off the boxes on your list, what you looking for in your doll and what you don't like in the doll, even with the painting and all of that stuff. Skin tones, like you'll learn what you don't like and what you do like, and you know what that doll has to have the next time you buy a new doll. You know what's acceptable for you or what's a deal breaker, and you just can't, you can't do without it. With this baby, one of the deal breakers was when I was getting her, because she was a custom at the time. And the one thing was I wanted a Clear Tailor doll when I got her. So she had to be by Clear Tailor. No other artist would do. She had to be sculpted and everything by Clear Tailor. That was my goal at the time. My dream baby was to have a full body silicone doll by Clear Tailor Dolls. So no other silicone doll would do. If I would have gotten a doll by somebody else, I wouldn't have been happy, because it wouldn't have been a Clear Tailor doll at the time. And that's how it is. When you want something and you know that's what you want, nothing else is gonna like take the place of it or make up for it. It ain't gonna be what you want. So when I got her, that was one thing. She had to be a Clear Taylor doll. And then the next thing, she had to be a drinking wet full body silicone by Clear Taylor. So she had to be a full body silicone. She had to be a Clear Taylor full body silicone. And she had to have a drinking wet system. If she didn't have a drinking wet system, I couldn't bring her home. No matter how much I loved how she looked and all of that stuff. But if she didn't have the drinking wet to go with it, then I couldn't get her. So for me at that time, that was a deal breaker. The drinking wet system for me was a deal breaker. So that is the different things I learned over, my collecting time, my journey at this point. So now, up to now, 2026, my collecting style has changed so many times over the years. That's another thing. Things will change. One minute you say you don't like something, you don't want it, you would never get it. And then all of a sudden, boom, that you like that particular type of doll. You do want it. You changed your mind. Your collecting style changed. So now my silicone dolls don't have to be Clear Taylor dolls. It's kind of like I went back to the beginning. They don't have to be Clear Taylor dolls. Like when I first started collecting, I didn't know anything about Clear Taylor dolls. I just wanted a silicone doll. And so my first babies weren't Clear Taylor dolls. They were just silicone dolls. But once I learned about Clear Taylor dolls, then all of a sudden it had to be a Clear Taylor doll. Now I'm back to the beginning where I still love having silicone dolls in my collection, first and foremost. But I have vinyl reborns as well. I don't mind having a lot of vinyl reborns. And now I definitely have a large collection of vinyl reborns. At one point, I didn't think I'd ever have so many vinyl reborns. So that also changed for me. But now I am also into collecting silicone dolls again, where they don't have to be a Clear Taylor doll. I'm loving having other kind of silicone dolls in my collection. I'm loving kind of having that mix of other artists' dolls in my collection. And also having dolls that I'm painting in silicone now and having them in my collection. So that is just a little bit of how over the years for me along this journey, how things just kind of change for me. And so this is the back of her little romper. These look so cute on her with them cloth diapers when you put her in these rompers. So she is fitting her romper. I'm so glad I got her a 3 months. It's easier to put on her than the 1 month size. She has a little room in them. And to me, they kind of fit her better. So your front of your hair needs to be combed. And one thing with this baby, as I always say, I can comb her hair with a comb because Claire roots pretty deep and it doesn't really her hair doesn't pull out easily. But with other silicone dolls, I wouldn't comb their hair with if they're rooted, I wouldn't comb it with a comb. A silicone baby, because their hair is not glued in and you don't want to pull their hair out when you're combing it. So I would say be gentle with their hair. Use your fingers to style it sometime rather than combing it. Use a soft brush to, brush it rather than combing it, because you do not want to pull out their hair. Now, your sandals, we're going to get our same little sandals that I love and put these on her little feet. And then the next baby I need to change is her brother, my other full body silicone boy. He has not had any camera time in a while either. And that is my Clear Taylor boy, Andrew, my other full body baby. I will come on with him next and we'll give him a little outfit change. So that is little Layla's outfit change. And she has this passy again. I just switched the passy. It's the same little bow that I love. This big pink bow. And I just is all twisted. I put the new passy on it. The little natural colored pacifier. I just put it on this bow. And this is the liquid KY I was referring to. As you can see in there, it's liquid, it's not gel. So it just tends to work better for her as a drinking wet silicone especially. That liquid is definitely better to use with her drinking wet system. I'm trying to figure out which way this passy goes when it's, is there an upside or a downside, or is the same on both sides? But anywho, that is our Monday video, and she's all dressed. And there she is with her big bow passy. So check us out on our Instagram, guys, if you want to see pictures of the babies when they are all dressed. And that is my little Layla girl. And we'll see you guys again very soon. Thanks for watching.